Hi, welcome back. This is Professor Coconut Silvertongue's Mellow Time. We're all going to take a nice big step back. We're all going to sit down, have a nice drink, and relax. Won't you join me for just a few minutes? There's no need to let all that stress push you around, put you on edge. None of that is a problem in here. So, get a glass of wine maybe, gin and tonic, a little orange juice, dash a little rum in there. Girl, it's Friday. Sit right here on my lap and let's talk. Now, I don't know about you fine girls, but I have had a pretty long week. It's true. Lots of things come up at the last minute. Lots of unexpected obstacles. And you know what the funny thing is about that is, even if they're small, totally surmountable, no big deal, it can feel like it's taking you off your tempo, you know? It can feel like you're not in your groove. It's very understandable. So, I'm here to help. Let's start with a nice deep breath, alright? We're going to go 3 seconds in, we're going to hold it for 3 seconds, and then we're going to go 3 seconds out. This is called box breathing, alright? Let's give it a try. It's nice, right? Gotta get a little oxygen flow in there, girls. I don't know about you, but when I get stressed, or especially if I get really, really angry or frightened, I find I catch myself holding my breath. I don't even realize I'm doing it. That just makes everything worse. Queen, you gotta get your oxygen. So give me another deep breath, okay? Can you do that for me? There you go. Nice sip of wine. I've got a little Moscato here. Just the cheap stuff. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. $5 at Trader Joe's. Got a freezer full of ice. Everybody gives me so much attitude because I like to ice my wine down, but hey, I like it cold. Something about it. Something about sipping an ice cold drink that centers me back in my body. And of course, a little sugar and alcohol doesn't hurt either, right? Just enough tangs that you know it's bad for you. So, when I'm feeling really on edge, if I've done the other things, you know, you gotta get something to eat, right? Okay. Sometimes, I admit it, sometimes I do eat my feelings a little, but even though you don't want to do that, you know you're not you when you're hungry. It says right there in the Snickers commercials, remember? Get a bite, get a little crostini, eat a piece of fruit, maybe a little piece of candy, why not? Leftovers from last night, your sag paneer, your fried rice, panzanella, anything, a little food. You gotta drink your water, queen. You know, you gotta stay hydrated. You get your deep breath, maybe have a glass of wine, get a little bit baked. Nothing wrong with that, everything in moderation, right? But even then, if you're still on edge, there are some other things you can do too. Something that I like to do, something that I got working in a crisis line years ago, is sensory grounding. It's something that I do to kind of remind myself that I'm in my own body, that I'm not just up in my head. I'm not in all the worst case scenarios that are playing out, you know, all the hypotheticals in my brain, all the what ifs. They're not real. They don't exist. And they don't define me. They don't have to define you either. So let me teach you how to do it. Very easy stuff. You can do it sitting down, standing up, You could do it while you're driving, but I wouldn't recommend it. I'd say if you are, you pull over, roll down the windows, get a little air. You know how it is. Focus on one thing at a time. So, there are a few different ways to do this, but what I like to do first is I say, look around the room, or the parking lot, or the mountain trail, where have you, the office, where you are, and pick out 4 things that you can see. They can be colors, or objects, anything at all. I'll go first. I see a flashlight on my desk. It's small and black. My wallet is next to it. I have measuring tape. Not for the usual reasons, I just happen to have it out. And I have a can of very beautiful salt from France called Fleur de Sel. Oh, it is just the best. It's this little kind of cardboard canister that's black, and it has kind of gold outlines on it. It is very 20s. I love it. So after you've picked out those 4 things, think about what is something that you can touch. What's a sensation that you can feel right now? Maybe 3 things. Okay? I'm sitting at my desk, so the drawer is made of nice hard wood. It's soft. It's not soft, but it's smooth, right? I'm wearing just a white cotton t-shirt. It's new, so it's super, super soft. I really like it. And I'm sitting in my chair. It's nothing fancy. It's, got the fake leather and all that, but it's super comfortable. Now think about something that you can hear. I hear the sound of my own voice. I'm not terribly excited. Of course, we've got some nice mellow jazz going on in the background, which always puts me at ease. It just transports me to a calmer place. That's why I like to put it on all the time. There are some people driving around in the parking lot outside. That's not very interesting to me. Now, if you've got it available, you can think about something that you can taste. I'm not really hungry right now, but I do have a nice big glass of water, so nice big sip. Of course, you can drink your wine or maybe a cold beer. If you got a little snack, a little piece of chocolate orange, right? Getting about Christmas time, you gotta celebrate. Or if you're gonna maybe get baked, taste that ganja, taste that coconut or that pineapple or whatever flavor you might have. This is all about centering yourself back into your body, turning off what's out there, shutting down what might be, all the things in your head saying, yeah, but what if, there's a time and place for that. It's not right or wrong, but it's not what we need right now. Think about what you need right now. Do you need to be squeezed? Big hug? Do you need some cuddling? Do you feel like you need to be heard? It can be kind of scary and isolating to feel like nobody's listening. Or if they are listening, maybe they just don't understand. It can be a really frustrating and scary place to be, whether it's true or not. What I sometimes really, really need when I'm dealing with a lot of stress, when I'm just so on edge and I just can't keep it together, and I get irritable and snappy and I got a headache. You know how it is. You know what I need? I need to laugh. I do. I got a big folder of memes over there, organized in a hierarchy based on how funny they are, how much joy they bring to me. It's true. I have funnies. That's just the base. I have maybe 10,000 images in there. Then I have emergency funnies. There's a few hundred in there, all just solid gold. But within that folder, it sounds so stupid to say it out loud, but it makes me laugh. I have a folder called Private Reserve Memes, and every one of them is just absolutely end of the world funny. Like, I see it and I just bark out laughing. I could be in a congressional hearing and I would start laughing. It's just a fantastic way to bleed off that stress. It's like a nice release valve. Now, of course, you and I know that the ultimate release valve, get naked, is always a fantastic option. But if you're like me, you may not always necessarily be in the mood. Not more than a couple times a day anyway for me. Or maybe you don't feel well. If you're feeling sick, you're probably not in the mood. Or if you're just too tired. Or maybe you're out and about. You gotta deal with other people. It's just not a good time. So, tools in a toolbox. But something else that I like to do when I'm too tired to laugh, or I'm in too bad of a mood, or if I just don't have it right then, and for some other reason I don't want to, do the dance with no pants, what I sometimes do is I just close my eyes and think about, where do I want to be? What would feel good? You can call it escapist if you want to, but the truth is sometimes I just like to lie down on my bed or, kick the seat back if I'm in my car, lie down in the back seat or whatever, and just think about, cuddling, getting my tummy rubbed, right? Having my neck massaged, having someone rub their nails through my hair. God, I love that. And, not only does it ease my heart rate a little, not only does it make me feel a little more at ease with my situation, but it produces a chemical in your brain called oxytocin. They call it the love chemical. It makes you feel connected to people. It makes you feel wanted and bonded. It's like family or sexually or emotionally, romantically. It's just one of these feel-good chemicals. And it can be easy to forget stuff like that, It can be easy to overlook your own needs and just focus on, well, what do we gotta get done, to get type A, although it's a generalization. I don't like to simplify things too much. But take a lesson, write down the reminder. You gotta look out for you. Life isn't just about one giant to-do list, one giant honey-do list about make sure to do the thing and the that and fix the roof and go to the bank and blah, blah, blah. Those are all fine, you gotta do them, but that's not what life is for. Life is for feeling safe and feeling calm. Maybe feel appreciated, right? Maslow's hierarchy of needs states clearly that you need to feel like you belong, not want. It's necessary on a biological scale. And it can be difficult to feel that way sometimes. It's true. Sometimes you just need to take a step back from the chores and the bullshit and the, she's angry and yapping or he's being an idiot or they won't stop slamming the door and it's putting me on edge. It'd be hard to shut all of that and distract yourself. That's why job one, whenever I get into a new place, I kind of make sure I got a good set of headphones. I don't have these noise blocking ones or whatever, but I want ones with plenty of insulation, because I don't like sudden loud noises. They startle me. But also I just don't like to be distracted on the audio. You know what I mean? I like to kind of insulate myself a little bit. That's kind of what we're doing here, right? Something that I learned how to do recently is I just take my fingertips and I put them directly on my solar plexus, right here on my sternum. And maybe a little higher or a little lower. It kind of depends. A lot of people, I think, carry their stress there without realizing it. I think that probably goes hand in hand with holding your breath, So what I do is, I take a deep breath, and I just rub my fingertips real gentle. We're not looking to massage. After all, it's just bone. Back and forth on that one spot. And you can, there's tons of masturbation jokes available there. So, always a good opportunity for material, but I'm not in the mood right now. And you just rub a little bit back and forth. And I don't know if it's just me, but it just eases me down, It feels like I'm just letting go. Even though it's just bone, it feels like it's unclenching, like a massage. In a weird way, I couldn't quite explain it, but if you're trying it right now, I think you already see what I mean. So, we're just about at the end of our time here. I'd like to thank every one of you for listening. Of course, I appreciate all of you very much. Don't forget that no matter what else is going on, even if you don't feel like it, even if you can't see it, you do still have value. Your needs are still important. Don't ever forget that. Don't ever forget to be good to yourselves, and hopefully to each other too. We all gotta stick together, right? Thanks again for listening, kittens. Mwah. Catch you later.